players are against you.
Why do you put yourself through this?
It's what I do.
That's the trailer for the newly released multi-million selling video game Football Manager 2009, which gives gamers the chance to hone their skills coaching the greatest teams on the planet: AC Milan, Manchester United, Real Madrid, maybe Rangers, maybe Celtic.
Or if that's not a big enough challenge for you, what about taking a team currently languishing at the bottom of the amateur North Caledonian League in the Highlands to the summit of world football? Well, somehow or other, tiny Tain Thistle find themselves included in the virtual roll call of the great and the good. The club's chairman is Neil Harkis. Neil, good morning.
Hi there, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks. How did you get into this in the first place?
Well, it's quite an interesting story. I've been playing the game myself for around about 14 years, and in doing that, I've always been quite keen on editing the game with the inbuilt editor that comes with it. But this time, I thought, given that this is our first senior campaign as a club, I thought we'd get in touch with Sports Interactive directly and ask them if they'd do us a little favour and actually put the team in the game. There's a guy called Stuart Milne who's the head of the Scottish research team, and he is quite gracious to accept.
So you're on there alongside Manchester United, Real Madrid and some of the other big names in football?
Yeah, well, theoretically, yeah. With the game itself, Tain Thistle are now included as a club with the full list of the players, the staff, the coaches, everybody that's associated with the club.
And how would you compare yourself to Manchester United, for instance?
Well, in the game or real life?
Well, either or.
Obviously it's quite an honour for the players and the staff and the coaches to be in a game that goes out across the world. You know, where you're theoretically could be in the Champions League final against any of these teams. But
you've got to dream big, haven't you?
I think in real life, you know, we've got Ballon d'Or on Saturday and a crunch league tie for us. So we'll.
It's Fortress you should be worrying about, Neil.
Sorry?
It's Fortress you should be worrying about, not Ballon d'Or.
Now, you played your first virtual game at the weekend, I gather.
That's right. I had my first shot of the game on Saturday, and the first thing I did with the editors, you can actually put yourself into one of the smaller Scottish divisions, because obviously the North Caledonian League within the game wouldn't be a playable league. But so I've got them in there competing against East Stirling, Dumbarton, the smaller Scottish teams.
And how did it go on Saturday then in this first virtual game?
Around about as good as we're doing in real life at the moment. So I'm sitting rooted in 10th place at the bottom of the league.
Oh dear.
We're working hard to improve that.
So you can't even win in the game. Never mind in real life. It's a small team, obviously, and I gather that your involvement came about it because of your money connections.
Well, I mean, my shop locally is one of the sponsors of the team. So,
and is that how you became the chairman?
I'm the chairman of the club at the moment. Yeah,
because you sponsored it. See, money talks in Tain, doesn't it?
All over.
That's the one, the Roman Abramovich Tain. That's the one. But yeah. I mean, we've got a fantastic committee at the club, and they do a tremendous amount of work considering how small the town is and how small the club is.
And we're laughing about the team, but I presume the guys are committed.
Oh, of course, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we have the players themselves. I think there's quite a few of them are very keen gamers as well, and a few of them play the game themselves. So it must be quite a treat to have their name listed in the game alongside the Cristiano Ronaldos and the Ruud van Nistelrooys of the world.
And what are the prospects for this glamour tie against Ballon d'Or then?
Well, that's our local derby. That's our local derby up here. So it's going to be quite a big game for us.
Can you beat them?
The knock-on effect, obviously, from having the team in the game here is that we can hopefully generate a bit more interest in the team locally. Because, as is the case for any team this size, I'm sure other clubs listening who are in a similar position will know it's always hard trying to generate support from locally to keep the club going, and that's really ultimately what it's all about at the end of the day, is just gaining as much support as you can.
Well, we wish you well with the game at the weekend and with the team in general. Thanks very much indeed for speaking to us. That's Neil Harkis. He's the chairman of Tain Thistle.
I thought he was going to tap us for cash at the end there, Neil. You missed a trick.
You might get a game at this rate by the sounds of things. It's 8:20.